Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to be reacting to a history of conflict with Trump's impact on Native American community, okay? It's okay. These people are not the original people of the land. They are pretendians, and this video is going to prove it. Let's go.
President Donald Trump's policies have hit the Native American community hard, and not many are talking about it.
The Trump administration started harassing tribal people, even detaining tribal people from this continent.
Descendants of the original inhabitants of the US are now being stopped and questioned.
They were profiling us because we were Indian.
Accusations of racial...
Now, I want you to notice that most of the people that you're looking at either look like they have a Siberian admixture, Asian, but none of these people... They don't even look like the original people they show you when they show you Native Americans. Okay, the original Native Americans, even they have very, very dark skin. These people look like Asians, Siberians, Alaskan natives, but not American Indians, okay?
Profiling began to surface.
They would detain natives, they would detain Hispanic people, and they would...
Now, this lady looks like a white lady mixed with Asian.
Probably detain Asian people because they just lump them all together.
But this isn't the first time Trump...
Exactly, because y'all all look alike. Y'all look like immigrants, which you are. You're not the original people of the landmass.
has targeted Native communities.
They don't look like Indians to me, sir.
We are here in rural Montana, very close to the US-Canadian border, and tucked away behind you see are the Bear Paw Mountains. And we have gained very rare access to one of the 7 reservations here in the state of Montana. We are here at the Chippewa Cree Nation, 4,500 tribal members here in the US who are fighting today to stay relevant. We meet up with Chief Richard and our guide Alexandra. She's showing us around the reservation. A stretch of land bigger than Washington, D.C., but with none of the resources. The tribe depends on agriculture, livestock, and a handful of tribal programs to keep things running. But even the basics, clean water, fresh food, are hard to come by out here.
If you were the true people of the landmass, you would be able to do your agriculture in a way where it would be plentiful. You don't know how to work the land because you're not the original people of the land. And I'm going to show you real American Indians that look like me who can grow agriculture almost anywhere, whether they got a community garden, or they're growing off their patio. I mean, we can grow pretty much anywhere because we are the true people of this landmass. You put us anywhere, agriculture is going to be going on. It's going to be plentiful. That's why every time we ever built anything up, they attacked it. These people out here living like this because they are not the original people of the land.
This is our store, our only store.
So everyone is buying groceries there.
Not really groceries because they don't have a lot of options. But like, you know.
Get the fuck out of here, man. These people out here got a damn snack store. But you the original people of the land. And all y'all come up with is a damn snack store. Get out of here, man.
Snacks and stuff.
Which is why most people here have no choice but to travel off the reservation for daily supplies and for work.
I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
How are you the original people of the land and you're not self-sustaining on this land? If you was always here, shouldn't you know how to survive off your own land? Come on now.
But since Donald Trump began his second term as president, those trips have become more dangerous. He's ordered immigration agents to ramp up arrests.
How many illegal criminals are you planning on exporting to El Salvador? And President Bukele, how many are you willing to take from the U.S.?
As many as possible.
And now even Native Americans, U.S. citizens on sovereign land, are being stopped and questioned.
My name is
That dude, he look like a Mexican. She looks like she's Asian or Siberian.
Callie Oldmo, and my Cree name is Kihuskwe.
Bikanyawe PS Oasis, Netikatsun.
Estetquag Biesisusqueo. Mopski Kihuskwe and Sikasun. That translates to White Eagle Woman. That's my Cree name.
Yeah, I know you is a white eagle woman. She calls her a white eagle woman. You was a white eagle woman. You's a white woman. Pretends, plain sight.
This is the Tribe Student Council. Native teenagers who will soon graduate high school. Some will leave to study elsewhere or work. Across the US, new raids and checkpoints are triggering civil rights violations. For these Native youth, it means being caught in the crosshairs of Trump's immigration dragnet.
Being a Native today in the United States of America, especially as an Indigenous woman, is sometimes scary. Going out alone, you can't do that.
This woman looks Asian. Or am I tripping?
By early 2025, more than a dozen reports started piling up. Immigration agents, ICE, were stopping and detaining Native Americans across Arizona and New Mexico.
So when that came
Actually
about,
from Cambodia or
our
Thailand or
tribal
some shit.
chairman, he also put out a notice for all of the tribal members to carry their IDs, and it wasn't too soon, like after that, there was Border Patrol coming onto our reservation and parking in areas. After that, me and my family, we took precautions, and I even have a passport now too, so.
Other tribes we spoke to say Border Patrol agents in plain clothes are now showing up at places like gas stations, asking questions, demanding papers. No warning, no warrant. So who does ICE detain?
Anybody they suspect, I think they would detain natives, they would detain Hispanic people, and they would probably detain Asian people, because they just lump them all together.
Y'all look
Here in the Chippewa Cree Student Council, the impact hits home.
I don't know, some of my family from down south, from the Navajo Nation, they get asked a lot by any law enforcement saying do you have proof that you're from the United States? I felt really scared to leave because we don't have as much protection under Native Americans as we do here on the reservation. It's just sad to see that and to be scared to go out into a world that we should call our own.
To avoid harassment or worse, detention by ICE, tribal members are advised to carry their tribal ID at all times, even though no US state requires anyone to carry ID by law. But racial profiling isn't their only concern. Many of Trump's recent policies are hitting reservations where it already hurts. Healthcare, education, and federal support. Education and federal support. For over 2 centuries, hundreds of treaties were signed between the tribes and the US government. Agreements that promised land, healthcare, education, and support in exchange.
Some people was living in tents like the immigrants they was. How was you the first people here? And by the time they came upon your ass, you still in the motherfucking tent. Shouldn't you have already had an established society going on? Get the fuck out of here.
Exchange for peace and territory.
That's what immigrants do when they first come somewhere. They live in tents. Tent cities.
There's been 597 treaties made with Indians. Not one of them was broke by an Indian.
But under Trump, those treaties are being quietly dismantled. Agencies slashed, funding stripped, critical programs left to die. Now tribal leaders are asking, why is Trump coming after Indian country again? We're standing here at a casino, and this is where it all started. Donald Trump's problem with the Native Americans is not new. It started way back in the 90s. When he was trying to establish his own casino empire, his biggest competition were the Indian-run casinos. By the late 80s, Trump's casino business was bleeding cash. The market was saturated, and competition was brutal. But the biggest threat? Native-owned casinos. They didn't pay federal taxes. They operated under tribal sovereignty, and they were booming. Trump tried to shut them down, filing lawsuits, claiming unfair competition. He lost, so he took his fight to Congress. There, he accused tribal casinos of being tied to organized crime. He even questioned whether Native Americans were even Native enough to qualify for special protections.
I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians.
Thank God that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test.
Depends whether, yeah.
When Congress brushed him off.
And this is why just a day ago in Minnesota, they've been trying to deport some of them from some of them pretendians, because Trump knows these people are not the original people of this landmass. Okay, so that's why they've been trying to deport these people, but just yesterday, they detained like 4 of them, and the people was out there rallying around the little detention center. I'm gonna try to add that clip.
Trump escalated. He launched a smear campaign, spending over $1 million on attack ads. But nothing he did defeated the tribal gambling houses. So a few years later...
He also went on an interview with another bland podcaster person. The dude said that they said the Indians look like Michael Jordan. He know who the true Indians are.
Later, Trump changed tactics. In the early 2000s, he struck a deal with the Palm Springs Indians. Trump rebranded the tribe's casino, naming it after himself. For a while, it worked. But then Trump's casino empire started to crumble, and the Palm Springs Indians cut him loose, buying out his contract for $6 million. They dropped his name from the building, and just like that, Trump was out.
The Palm Springs Indians turned him down. They didn't want to do business with him. Anytime you disagree with him, you're on his hit list. You're an enemy of his, I reckon.
Native tribes are sovereign nations. They've got their own laws, tribal councils, and the right to self-rule. But they rely on the federal government for one thing.
We depend on federal funding just about every program we've got. We're not self-sufficient. Poverty has always been a problem in the Native American communities. They put us out here in the middle of nowhere, and
You should be able to sustain on
closest
any
towns
landmass.
30, 40 miles away.
Supposedly.
You know, and it just, I don't know, they kind of isolated us.
This next order relates to the definition of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment of the United States.
That's a good one. Birthright. That's a big one.
Just 2 months into office, Trump questioned native birthright citizenship, a right granted in 1924.
The president is using every lever.
His administration argued tribal allegiance made them less American.
The immigration laws of our country.
It's not optional for us to reduce the federal expenses. It's essential.
Then came the budget cuts, targeting climate programs that protect sacred lands and traditional food sources. Centuries of displacement already reshaped native diets. Now, food sovereignty programs, vital for survival and culture, are on the...
If you are the person that are the original owners of the landmass, you should be able to survive on this landmass before colonization happened. What the hell was you doing before they showed up? How was this your landmass? That shows and proves these people are immigrants, man. And they need help just like any other immigrant that come to America. They are not self-sustaining because this is not their landmass. They are not original to the land. And that's proof right here.
The chopping block. We think of the bald eagle when we think about the most iconic animal in the United States. But their national mascot and their national animal is the American bison. Once driven to extinction, it's now slowly coming back because of the efforts of Native American nations like the Chippewa Cree, who are trying to bring the American buffalo back. But they depend on federal funding to do so. If the current administration pulls the plug...
Why do you need so much help? Shouldn't y'all been already able to do this, to be able to breed bisons? What have y'all been doing this whole time on this landmass? But this your land. It doesn't make... It's not adding up, people.
The American buffalo might die out all over again.
We are on Rocky Boys Indian Reservation here in Rocky Boy, Montana, and we are on the Buffalo Ranch. The name of the Buffalo Ranch is Buffalo Child Ranch. The front bull there is going to be the older one out of all of them. You could tell he's older. You could tell by the size of his head. He's a much larger bull than the other 4 that's there. My English name is Theron Oates. My Indian name, my Native American name that my grandfather gave me is Stands on Eagle's Ground.
Talk to us about this program. What are you trying to achieve with it?
So with our buffalo program, we are trying to achieve to where we are getting the buffalo meat back into the diets of our people. So the buffalo is everything to us. They gave us food, clothing, and then furs and hides for our.
I mean, how long had they had this land? Supposedly they was here the whole time, but supposedly they was here before colonization. What the hell have y'all was doing with the damn buffalo? What was you doing with the land? What was you doing? Why is these people in such scarcity and this was their land? It is not adding up.
Our lodges, to follow them. One of the policies was to eradicate the buffalo to kind of help conquer the Native Americans.
Do you receive help from the federal government or enough help?
Yeah, we do.
Daryl's hesitation says a lot. On reservations, speaking too openly about federal neglect can come with consequences. For the Chippewa Cree, building food security is just one part of the fight. The other is water. They're surrounded by dry prairie. Out here, every drop matters.
Well, my name's Martin Watson.
These people got more excuses than I ever seen. It's always somebody else's fault. If this is your landmass, can't nobody stop you from being self-sustaining? You should know how to do all this. You should know how to get clean water. Look, it was a real American Indian man who made a damn device that could get water from the air. That show you our people's brilliance. That show you a self-sustaining people. This man could get water from the air, goddammit. That's an American Indian. These people are pretendians.
My Indian name is White Eagle. I represent the tribe out at the treatment plant.
Martin is overseeing a massive project, a water pipeline and treatment plant that could finally bring clean running water to the reservation.
I hate to say this, man, but these people are just dumb immigrants, man. Sorry.
We drive with him to the construction site. The pipeline spans more than 50 miles, but it's still years from completion. The tribe has been fighting for this for over 2 decades.
They built this to get water here to our reservation because we lack. Our water system ain't very good right now. We're pretty much in dire need of it because when drought season comes, we have to really watch our water, maintain our water system. The water we have on the res ain't nothing like that water out there. I wouldn't drink it. I don't.
But the entire project depends on federal support.
I don't understand. If you are a sovereign people and this was your landmass, you didn't know how to get water just from around, like making wells. Like, y'all don't know how to do anything that's not on some colonized shit. Like, you need, like, why can't y'all self-sustain? Y'all are not self-sustaining because this ain't your landmass.
And with Trump pushing to cut environmental protections and tribal infrastructure budgets, tribes could lose the funds to protect their voter rights.
Every president was on board that got elected. They never did shoot this project down.
What about now?
It's hard to say with the commander-in-chief.
Why are these people so dumb? Why they don't know how to do nothing? Why they don't know nothing about business? Why are these people like they're stuck in another time period? What is wrong with these people?
Get one. Oh, good on. So, where are we? What is this beautiful?
That's Lake Elwell, and we're kind of on the top of Tiber Dam, this is called.
Martin takes
These people were too dumb to be sovereign. I'm sorry.
us to the Tiber Dam, a frozen reservoir set aside for the Chippewa Cree by President Clinton back in the late 90s. This is where the water treatment plant will get its water from. With this project, it's not just water at stake, but a major source of employment.
On our pipeline crews is 100% Native American.
Martin's one of the few with a stable job. Native Americans face some of the highest unemployment rates in the country, with this tribe alone seeing over 60% unemployment in recent years.
We get looked at.
Again, how aren't these people self-sustaining? This supposedly was your land this whole time. How? How don't you know how to survive off the land? How don't you know how to turn resources into a business structure? How don't you know how to do any of this? How?
Asked a lot. I've seen it with my own eyes. People qualified to do the job and others picked in front of them that ain't qualified to do the job, and that's probably a big reason why, is who we are and how we've been looked at for generations.
To meet the next generation of the Chippewa Cree, we head to the local school. Kids proudly display their art, handmade moccasins, and ceremonial bells they'll wear as they come of age. In one classroom, students are learning Cree, the tribe's official language and a vital link to their identity.
We are Dixie.
And that means?
Welcome.
Why do you like learning Cree?
Because it's culture.
Dustin is the head of the tribe's Cree language program. He runs a non-profit that is trying to revive the language.
We haven't produced any fluent speakers in over 50 years. And
how is that possible? You were supposed to be speaking this language supposedly before white people got here, before colonizers got here. How don't you know a lick of your own language? Please, somebody, give me the historical reference point where these people were stripped of their language and had to relearn everything. You trying to steal my history twice. Please give me how you've been, like, come on.
we only have about 80 fluent Cree speakers left. None of our children speak our language. None of them. Since they couldn't eliminate us, they plan to assimilate, to put us into the mainstream society. And one of the ways they did that was to eliminate our language. Because
bull fucking shit. Y'all had all the history supposedly from your grandparents and y'all being Native Americans. Y'all should have been able to retain your languages regardless. You're fucking full of it, man.
our language is our identity. That's who we are. The language is the key to everything that we are.
Trump just declared English the only official language of the US, a first in the nation's history. It comes as tribal nations are racing to save their ancestral languages.
What the hell? Just blame Trump for everything. This nigga just got here again. How's he the reason why you don't know your language? You said you ain't produced a fluent speaker in 50 years. So this nigga been the president for 50 years? Get the fuck out of here. Trump is the catch-all for everything that's wrong with you pretendians. Oh my goodness.
Over 175 still spoken today.
That's my name in Cree.
The Indigenous Language Institute warns that without federal support, most could vanish by 2050, and with them, entire cultures and histories.
And each reservation has their own language. We're all unique. That's one of the things that the president's trying to take away by his executive order of English as the official language.
The prayer is...
Ain't y'all supposed to be sovereign? How can he take away your language? It's not adding up, man. You just making up excuses for why you pretendians don't know your own language. Because it's a stolen language.
In our lifetime, to hear one of our own babies speak our language as their first language.
The Chippewa Cree are one of over 500 federally recognized tribes fighting just to exist in today's America. Systemic challenges, political threats, but still, they hold their community close. Chippewa Cree comes together as a community, men and women, and they're preparing this sport called roping. And this weekend they're about to go in and compete in the sport where they have to rope a cattle or a calf and to tie it in. So would you say you are a cowboy?
I'd say I'm a cowboy. I swing a rope, I ride a horse, I wear a cowboy hat, I enter rodeos. I'd say I'm a cowboy.
Dancers Gigi and Alyssa say the tribe's strength comes from within, from holding on to who they are, no matter what's taken away.
We don't need all this money and this and that. As long as we can continue to keep our traditional ways of life, that's how I see our tribe thriving, even if anything else is taken away.
This is your land. You're here first.
Is it?
Don't quit. Don't ever give up.
You surely can't sustain like it's your land.
That's my message.
As long as the grass grows and rivers flow and the sun shines, we'll be here.
We're still here. We're gonna be here forever.
With that being said, I'm out, y'all. Sorry for any noise you heard in the background. Have a nice day.